it's fine. Seems like our network is fine, people. Before we start, I just like to say sorry for income was not nice, but now we are fine, I assume. So I'm just waiting for. In fact, there's nothing that we're waiting for. It's I think yeah, the QR code that you see there, guys. You should scan it if you're not part of the group. That's a QR code for if you want to be part of the group. You can scan. Okay, I was checking the audio. Our audio is fine. So if you want to be part of the group, guys, scan the QR code there. And then since question 2 is gonna be based on determinants, let me just show you all the things that you're gonna do here. I've made videos on them. You can go to the playlist of this channel here, and then you click playlist, obviously, and then you go and the network is bad, guys. I think it's because it's peak hours, so the traffic is too much. But then you go to determinants. I have a playlist of determinants. Here they are, and then complex numbers. Here they are. Here, guys. Right. So whatever I'm gonna show you guys in Dimavir. So it's Dimavir here. It's complex numbers here. It's agar diagram. I mean, it's complex numbers and also the determinant. So whatever I'm going to show you guys, it's gonna be it's gonna be there on that playlist, right? Just in case you want to learn more or you didn't understand some of the things that I was talking about or I was doing there on this video. All right, so let's start, people. I think we don't have a lot of people watching at the moment. I think the problem is to do with the fact that I canceled the stream, I think 3 times, the second time, so this is the third time. So but it's fine now, it's fine, they will join us along the way. So this is the question paper, National Certificate for Mathematics and 4. It was written March 2023. Again, guys, if you want to watch the recent one, you can go to the playlist. You will find the recent question paper, which was written last block March 2025, which was last block, so you can go and watch it there. So for now, let's just go to question 2. Let's just go to question 2, guys. You can comment. I see there are 3 of us here. Yeah, people were like, no, we're leaving this. Guys, never give up, man. Always fight. Always fight, guys. Right? Moyo mubi. Puh. Many standards. And this, yeah, we need to do that, right? Moyo mubi trying to stop us from learning, right? But anyway, jokes aside, let's look at question 2. Now, question 2, we have 2.1 there. I hope you guys can see 2.1, right? Just show you when I use red. We have this 2.1 there, right? They say simplify and express the answer in the rectangular form. Z is equaling to open bracket minus 4 minus J3 close bracket to the power of 3. So this clearly is complex numbers, guys. So I'm gonna copy this on the side there so that we can able to do this. And remember, they say you must leave this in a rectangular form, guys. You must know the difference between the rectangular form and the polar form. Okay, I hope you guys know what is the difference there. Now let me just copy this question very quickly. So z, let's write it. Z is equaling to open bracket negative 4 minus J3 to the power of 3 there. So guys, J it's also a imaginary number, just in case you didn't know, guys. Sometimes you use I, sometimes you use J, right? Usually J is for electrical student or electrical candidate, but J or I is one and the same thing. So here, guys, they want us to simplify this and leave it in a rectangular form. Guys, rectangular form, it is this form that you see inside them. Is this form that you see in there. So what we have here, we have the power of 3 there, guys, right? So what you should know about this is that you need first to change this complex number inside the bracket into polar form, then you use the de Moivre's theorem, and then you change it again to rectangular form, right? So the best thing that you must do here, you first calculate what we call modulus. Guys, modulus is more like theorem, Pythagoras theorem, guys, right? Where you have x squared plus y squared is equal to r squared, but in this case it's going to be m squared. This m stands for modulus. Now what you need to understand here inside there, guys, is that a real number here is -4, represents x. Imaginary number here, it's -3j or -j3. That is imaginary number, so that represents y. You're looking for modulus, more like you're looking for the radius, you have to square both sides here, right? So when you square this side, our modulus is going to be the square root of what is x squared. There is going to be -4, right, squared plus -3 squared, right? And put that in a calculator, and then you will have the answer. Guys, I hope you are here. You can comment, people comment where you come from, you know, the usual, where you come from, the name of the campus, and also the province that you're coming from, guys, right? Comment there, guys, comment. We are fine, we're up and running now, the network is fixed, I promise you guys, right? So I'm gonna put this on my calculator. Hope you guys are doing the very same thing. -3 to the power of 2, there we go. So what I'm getting here, I am getting 5, guys. I am getting 5. So this is our modulus. Our modulus is 5. Now we need to calculate the argument. The argument is more like you're calculating. So one of the things that you should pay attention to is the signs of this inside them. Remember, the real number represents x and the imaginary number represents y. So if you look at your cast diagram, let's look at our cast diagram, right? We have x and y there. This here shows us that our x is -4, right? So I can say this is -4 there. Do you guys see? And also shows that our y is -3. So I can say -3 it's there. Do you guys see? Now, what you should know is, let me just write it in the correct way. -3. There we go. Look at this quadrant here, guys. Look at this quadrant. The quadrant, guys, is the third quadrant. Do you guys see? So this complex number that we are busy with, it's at the third quadrant. Now when we use the 180 rule, this is how we represent this quadrant. It's 180 plus theta. Theta is a reference angle, guys. Theta is a reference angle. Okay, we have people commenting here. We have Letabo Matsepe. Well, this is our regular. Welcome, Letabo. Glad to see you here. And then we have 3K Lidwaba, Capricorn College, TVET. All right, it's the Sheho campus in the house. Welcome, welcome, 3K. And then yeah, only these 2 comments, guys. Keep on commenting, it's all good. Oh, we also have Andy Sarah Palalani from EWC Katoras campus. Welcome, welcome, Rapalalani. So let me go back here, guys. So this quadrant here, is the third quadrant. This is where our z is. So when we calculate our argument, guys, right, better use tan theta, right? Because when you have tan, you have x and y. You can use other trigonometric ratios, it's fine, but they will depend on your answer there. So if your answer is incorrect, your modulus is incorrect, the other two trigonometric ratios, your cos and sine, they might give you a wrong answer. So rather use tan, which you're gonna use the values that are given to you guys, right? So if we use tan, we know that tan is, if I'm not mistaken, is y divided by x. Yes, tan is y divided by x. Now, since we are calculating the reference, right? Since we are calculating the reference angle, we're not gonna include the negative signs there, right? We're not gonna include the negative signs. So what are we going to do here? Obviously, we're gonna say arctan, guys. Arctan is when you take tan to the other side, and arctan is not tan to the power of -1. Please don't do that. And then we have y over x. But what is y? Y is gonna be 3 divided by x. What is our x? It's gonna be 4. Remember, we are looking for the reference. We don't include the negative signs there. So if you I say arc tan, right, 3 over 4, what is it that you're going to get there, guys? You're gonna get 36. Let me see. You're gonna get 36 comma, let's say 87 degrees, right? I hope we are getting the same thing, my good people. So this is what we're going to get, guys, when we do that. Some people might ask, it doesn't matter whether you include the negative signs or not, because they will cancel each other. Yes, but it's a it's gonna confuse you when you're no longer at the third quadrant. If you're on the other quadrant now, it might confuse you. So remember, whenever you're calculating the reference angle, we do not include the negative signs. These ones here, we don't include them. You guys understand? Even if one of these values has one negative sign, we don't include it until we get the reference angle. Then remember, this is happening where it is happening on the third quadrant. So the argument is actually, how do we represent the third quadrant? It's 180 plus our argument, which is going to be 336,87, and that is going to give us, how much is it, guys? How much is it? 180 plus uh 36.87. So this is going to give us 216 to 16 degrees. Do you guys see? So this here is our argument. Now, guys, some of you can just get this 36,87. It's still fine, guys. It's just that in your level, especially when you're dealing with complex numbers, they want you to show us the what is this? They want you to show us the angle or the argument at which this z is at. So they want you to show us that angle, the exact angle, which is at the fourth quadrant or on the third quadrant. So the third quadrant, we know that the angles that belongs there are greater than 180 but less than 270. If you look at this angle of ours, which is 216, it is greater than 180 but less than 270. So it's exact angle. So level of n4, they want you to give us the exact angle. So from here we can say a z, right, is equaling to, you write your argument here, which is oh, I forgot here, guys. This is not the exact answer. It's 2,6 is 216 I forgot this 87 degrees. There we go, guys. There we go. But your z is gonna be the argument, then polar, you write 216,7 degrees. There we go, people. There we go. I hope we are all fine. We have Bongega from Devon campus. Welcome, Bongega. I think I saw your comment on the we had a network problem. Glad that you guys managed to be patient with my network. It is super bad, guys, right? And those who are not commenting as well, Welcome guys, welcome. So do you guys see? So this is our Z them. Now remember the question given to us there. Let's go back. It is it has the power of 3. So basically what's happening here, this Z of ours, right, it has the power of 3, right, this Z here. Okay, so meaning we can write this like this. Let me just remove this just in case you guys don't, I don't want you guys to get confused. We can say 5, right? We can write as 5, and then we say polar, and we say 2 16,87, and then we write the power there, which is 3, or the exponent. Now guys, when you apply the de Moivre's theorem, here's what you need to know, is that the modulus, which is a real number, is gonna have the power of 3 in this case, and then the angle or the argument is gonna be multiplied by our exponent. In this case, this 216,87 is gonna multiply by 3. Then this here, guys, it's gonna give you, what is our answer here? It's gonna give you, what is 5 to the power of 3? I think it's 125. Let me just double check. 5 to the power of 3 must give you 125. Yes, it is 125, guys. It's gonna give us 125. There we go. And then polar, what is our 216,87 multiplied by 3? What do you get? 216,87 multiplied by 3. So we're gonna get one of the biggest numbers. It's not that big. It's 650,61. It's going to be 650,61. So this is the Z to the power of 3. But remember the question, this is in a polar form, guys, right? This is in a polar form. Remember the question stated that we should leave this answer in a rectangular form. Now I'm gonna do it on the side. Let me just do it on the side. Okay, let me just create more space so that everything can be seen. All right, yes, I want everything to be seen. So they want us to leave the answer in a rectangular form. Guys, rectangular form, I repeat, it looks like this. It's gonna be a real number, right? I'm just gonna write R plus or minus imaginary number, in this case J, right? So we must have a real number and we need to have the imaginary number. So as you can see, this one here that we got, it's in a, how are you gonna do that? There is a formula, guys, that you need to apply. I hope you guys know about this formula. It is straightforward. This formula, it's another notation for polar, guys. It goes like this: Z is equaling to, now the modulus, you write it outside, which is 125, right? Then open bracket, and then inside there you're gonna write cos, then you put our angle, which is 650,61, then plus imaginary, right? In this case is J, plus J, then you write sine, and then you write the very same angle there, which is 650,61, then close bracket. I hope you know about this formula, guys. I hope you know. So this is the formula. In fact, it's a formula at the same time it's a notation of polar form. So this formula here, we use it to change from rectangular. So all you have to do here is just use a calculator, guys, right? So in your calculator, you're gonna say 125 multiplied by cos 650,61, and then that is gonna be your real number. So let me just do it on my calculator. Are you guys using your calculators there? You guys using your calculator? I hope you are using the calculator. Make sure, guys, you also use a calculator to check whether our answers are correct or not, right? Because I might press the wrong button here. So this, the real number is giving me 44 there. I think it's just 44. Yes, it's giving me 44. And then imaginary number, let's look at imaginary number. You just multiply that 125 with cos, with sine this time around, with sine 650,61. So what do we get? So here we are getting negative negative, if I can look at this, 117, so it's negative 117 j. So this here is our final answer. I hope everyone managed to get this, guys. Before I continue, I'd like to know, guys, did you understand? Did you manage to get this? It was out of 4 marks, so I assume they know this is very, very quick. I assume that you're gonna do it very, very quick. Did you manage to get this final answer? 44 minus 117j, or 44 minus j 117. Did you manage, guys? Did you manage to get it? Before we go to 2.2. Any questions? Are we all together? Guys, manage. Remember, we used the Dimavier's theorem, and also we had to change this into polar. So in this question here, I just showed you guys how to move from rectangular to polar and how to move from polar to rectangular again. So if you didn't know how to do it, this is how you do it, guys. When you move from rectangular to polar, you find the argument, which is 5 in this. You find the modulus, which is 5 in this case. This 5 here, just show you. And then you find the argument. But when you find the argument, try to find the argument in the, when x is negative and y is negative, it's happening with the third quadrant. So you find your reference and then you add 180 with your reference. You're gonna get an angle that belongs to the third quadrant, and then now you have your z. But let us not forget we have the power of 3 there, and then we just use the De Moivre's theorem. So when it comes to modulus to argument, it will have the, and then the modulus will multiply by 3. All right. Okay, Malume Victor says yes. All right, thank you, Malume Victor, for commenting. Others, they are quite, assume everyone understood this, guys, right? Because I'm trying to explain this further, but no one is saying anything. It means we are all good. We are all good, right? I'm erasing these people. I know I'm a bit behind. I know that the sound is lagging, so I'm hoping that everyone is answer there. All right, so I'm erasing here, my good people. I am erasing. There we go. I hope everyone is fine there, guys. I hope everyone is fine. So I don't like the start, but we already started because of the network. You know, things didn't start in a smooth way, but it's gonna get smoother. Now let's zoom, guys. Let's look at 2.2. There we go. 2.2. We have simplification, guys. I hope you guys can see. So 2.2, they want us to simplify this question here. It's also 2 marks, guys. I hope you can see it. This one here, it's 2 marks. So they want us to simplify it. Now, these questions here, guys, or these complex numbers are in a polar form. 2 notations. In fact, all the notations, guys, of polar form them. So hopefully you will able to see. Let me just write this question here. It's 2.2. I think here they were trying to trick you guys, which is a good question. On the numerator we have 3 polar 30 degrees. So this is the one that most people know. And then we have this one here, 4 and then 40 degrees. Right, let me just create a bit of space here again. And then we have all this is divided by 6, then close bracket, we have cos 20 degrees plus I sine 20 degrees. This is the formula that we used earlier on to change from polar to rectangular. Remember? We still remember earlier on, just now. Okay. Now, all these notations, guys, I'm glad that they show you this. Let me just highlight them. All the notations. This is a polar form, just in case you didn't know, guys. Right? Let me highlight this one with green. This is also a polar form. It's just a different notation. Okay. Let me highlight the other one with and that also is polar form. All of them, guys, these are polar. They're just different notation. So you change to the one that you prefer. I prefer the one that I highlighted with red because it's the one that we use a lot. This one says, or cis, basically this stands for cos, right? This here stands for imaginary. Okay, this one stands for sine, guys, right? That's what it is. It's abbreviation of this one here, guys. Cos, imaginary, sine. That's what it stands for. Just in case you did not know, right? I'm erasing everything there. So it's an abbreviation of the denominator when you see cis. So I would say to you, let's rewrite this to make our life easier. So I'm gonna use the one that is red, the notation that is highlighted red. So we're gonna have 3 polar 30, right? And then this one, if you write it in this notation, it's gonna be 4 polar 40. There we go, degrees. And then the one on the denominator, guys, is gonna be 6 polar 20. This angle here, it becomes our argument, right? So from here, guys, when we divide and multiply the complex numbers in a polar form, the arguments and the modulus, they act differently. As for the modulus, which are the numbers in front of this polar thing here, 3, 4, and 6, they will do what numbers do. 3 will multiply by 4 because 3 each other. Do you guys see that? And then they will be divided by this 6 here. So they will act like actual numbers. And then when it comes to arguments, they will act different. Now, the one on the numerator, they will add each other with 30 plus 40. But the one on the denominator, which is 20, this one here, is going to subtract because now it's going on top, just like exponent though. So it's going to be minus 20 there. Right. So we know that 3 multiplied by 4 is 12 divided by 6. This is going to give us 2. And then inside there, the polar, we know that we have 30 plus 40, that is 70, minus 20, that is going to give us 50 degrees. So this is our final answer, guys. That's our final answer. I hope you guys managed to get this one. It was really not that difficult. All you needed to know here, guys, is that you were given polar form with different notations, which are 3 notations that are here. So you must be able to identify which is which, and also you must know how to divide and multiply complex numbers in it. Guys, I made videos on this. At the beginning of this video, I kind of showed you on the playlist where to find this, right? I explained all these things, by the way. I explained all these things. Okay, people, are we still together? Are we still fine? Do we understand? A comment will be highly appreciated. A yes will be highly appreciated if you do understand. And then a question will be highly appreciated. And if you're watching offline, remember this is live at the moment. If you're watching later on where we are not live anymore, you can leave a comment in the comment section. Guys, do not forget to like, share the video, and subscribe to the. If there's someone you know who's doing N4, guys, let them know that we are doing a live stream almost every day to prepare for the exam. Also for N3 and N5. Decided to give myself such a challenge to do this until you guys write on the 30th. So tomorrow, day, I think we're gonna do 2 questions. Yes, today I think we should also do 2 questions because it is out of how many questions N4? I think it's out of 5. Is it 5 or 6, guys? Please remind me. I think it's 5 though. Tomorrow we're gonna do 2 questions. Yeah, we're gonna do 3 and we're gonna do 3 and 4. Yeah, we have to do 2 questions today, guys. I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm thinking let's do 2 questions right today. Well, what do you guys think? Right? Because tomorrow it's the last day you and I will be talking like this for these exams. I hope you guys passed, by the way. I hope. Comment there. Bongega said yes, sir. I asked whether you understand or not. Bongega said yes, sir. Andiswa Rapalan said yes, sir. And Malume said yes. So simple. Yes, it was simple, Malume. It was simple. All right, people, let's go to the real business now. Let's look at 2.3. Guys, I hope you can able to see this. This is a bit blur, so I hope you can able to see this. This here is determinant. This is gonna take time, guys. It's gonna take real time. So I'm gonna copy this um, matrix and then write. Then we analyze it, and I'll show you guys how to determine x, because here we are given this matrix here. This matrix that you see here, guys, is given to us, and then they want us to determine the value of x using Cramer's rule. So this is 3 by 3 determinants. So let me just create space, guys, and then let me copy this. Very interesting, this one. It looks difficult, but it's not. Trust you me, it is not. So we have how many? 3 equations there. One of the equation is, let me just write the equation is 2 point, what is the question, by the way? 2.3, right? 2.3. All right. So we have equation 1, which is 1 over x, right, plus 2 over y plus 1 over z. There we go. This is equaling to 2. So let me just put these things on my z. That's equation number 1. Equation number 2, we have 3 over x minus 4 over y minus 2 over z. All this is equaling to 1. There we go. And then the last one, we have 2 over x plus 5 over y minus another 2 over z. All this is equaling to 3. Right. So I am going to create space, guys. Right. Let me read the comment. I think there is a comment here. Obongega, she's dancing because of question 2. Yes, I don't know whether you're dancing because you're enjoying it, dancing because we are tackling something that was giving you a challenge. But either way, I'm glad that you are liking this question 2 of ours here. So look, we have these 3 equations here, guys. We need to create the matrix. Now, guys, if you can pay attention, let's start with this row here. Let me just explain. We have a column. These are columns, by the way. These are rows, guys. These are rows. These are rows. Okay. And we have columns. These are columns. Columns and columns. There we go. Right. So the first column, this one here, the first column, it's for x, right? The second column is for y, and the third column is for z, right? So if you are given a problem that has maybe different whereby you need to rearrange, make sure that you arrange them across column, make it x, the second column make it y, and the third column make it z, so that you can able to solve your problem. Now I'm gonna erase these guys, right? Now tricks. Now if you can look at our z, y, and x, guys, they are in a fraction. If you can see, we have 1 over x, we have 1 over y, we also have 1 over z. Let's take them as they are. They are inverse, guys, right? They are more like inverted. So let's take them as they are. So when we create the matrix, let me just come here. I'm going to create here on the side. When you create the matrix, remember we need to calculate the determinant. You only take the coefficient of these here, guys, on each equation. So equation 1 represent the first row. This one here represent the first row. So we must take the coefficient of 1 over x. So the coefficient of 1 over x, guys, is just 1, right? And then we go to the next column. The coefficient of 1 over y is 2. Do you see this 2? If you multiply with 1 over y, it's gonna be 2, right? and the coefficient of 1 over z is going to be 1 on the third column. You guys see? Now the first row we have 1 2 1. Now let's go to the second row. We take the coefficient of x and y, z on this equation. So our coefficient of 1 over x is 3 there. Our coefficient of y over 1 over y is going to be negative 4. Do you guys see this? There we go. And then our coefficient of 1 over z is going to be negative 2. Are we still together? I hope we're still together, people. And then let's look at the last row, guys. Let's look at the last row. The last row, what do we have there? We have the coefficient of 2 and the coefficient of, can you call me after 30 minutes, after 1 hour? Sorry guys, I was in a call, guys. Right, let's look at this. We have the coefficient. Let's look at this x. Right, we have the coefficient of 1 over x, which is 2. Then the second one, the coefficient of 1 over y, which is 5. The coefficient of 1 over z, which is negative 2. There we go. I hope we are all fine, my good people. I hope we are all fine. So this is the matrix. If you are given equations like this, guys, sometimes they give you a normal equations with x, y, and z. These ones are inverted. You just take the coefficients, guys, right? Take the coefficient and then you create your matrix. So we have our matrix here. So with this matrix, we can able to identify, or we can able to calculate the determinant. So I'm gonna close this matrix for now, the equations. So how do we calculate the determinant, guys? It's very, very simple. First, you need to choose one row or one column. I hope you guys are paying attention, because people are quiet. I assume everyone is fine. So I will choose, usually I go for the first column. Life is easier when you choose the first one. You can choose any row, you can choose any column, guys, for this, for what I'm about to show you, right? But I prefer to choose the first column or the first row, right? So let's continue. Now, if I choose this row, the reason why I choose this row is because the numbers inside the row there, they're gonna become our minus, right? So minus are the numbers that you're gonna use to calculate our determinant. So now, if the one, we're gonna cancel. Oh, before we go there, guys, we have what we call the cofactor sign, guys, right? The cofactor sign, they are as follow. Oh, I hope you guys know this. We have plus, we have minus, we have plus. They alternate, guys. The first one is always plus, right? Then they alternate, and then we have minus, we have plus, we have minus. Then we have plus, we have minus, we have plus. Do you guys see? These signs here, we call them the cofactor sign, right? So we have to use the cofactor method to calculate our determinant. So here's what you're supposed to do. You have to select the row. We already selected the row, and now we start using 1 as our minor. If 1 is our minor, we cancel the row where 1 is. Hope you guys can see, right? With that green there, we cancel the row where 1 is, and also we're gonna cancel the column, the row and the column where 1 is, guys, right? I mixed the two. So this here, let me highlight this one here, and that one is the column, right? So how are we gonna do this? Let's do it. I hope you guys are with me. So we have the determinant. So when the minor is 1, this one here, the one that we are canceling the row and the column of it, it's 1. We gonna look at the sign of the cofactors as well. So we're gonna take sign, and we're also gonna take that one. So it's gonna be 1, right? Let me just write it. Since the sign is positive, so it's gonna be positive 1. Then we There we go. And then what we do here, guys, we calculate the determinant. If you don't know how to calculate the determinant, it's very simple. You see this box here, we're gonna multiply these numbers. So how are we gonna multiply? Same, first one here is gonna multiply the last one there, right? Let me just show you. So we said -4 is gonna multiply -2. There we go. And then minus the second one there is gonna multiply the third one, which -2 is gonna multiply 5. So I'm showing this slowly so that whenever I continue now, you won't get confused, right? So it's gonna be negative. Oh, let's use the black color. So it's gonna be minus -2 multiplied by 5. There we go. And then use the bracket. Then we are done with -1. Now we have to move to -2, right? So when you move to -2, there we go. Here's our 2 there, meaning now the row and the column of that 2, they will cancel, guys. Then the row and the column of these 2, they will cancel. So we look at the angle, we look at the sign though, the sign that correlates with the 2 there. You guys see, we look at the sign, it's gonna be negative. So what are we going to write here? 2, then brackets, right? Then we do the multiplication. Remember, the first one is gonna multiply that one there. Do you guys see? 3 is gonna multiply 2. Remember, we don't consider -4 and 5 because they are being cancelled, because we are considering -2 there. -2, but I'm gonna write it. So it's gonna be 3 multiplied by -2 minus, right? Let me just write minus. Oh, minus, guys, I got distracted by that call. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, it's so ugly. What is happening here? -2. There we go. There we go. There we go. So next time around, we multiply this -2 and that +2. I hope we are still together, my good people. Are we still together? Are we still together on this one? Right. So multiply by that 2 there, and then close bracket. Then we move. We are done with -2. We go to another minor, which is 1 again. -1. So -1, the one on the last column, guys. Now we look at the sign here. The sign is positive, so we can write it as plus here, +1. And then we do the cross multiplication here by calculating the determinant. Remember, we multiply the first one here and the last one. I hope you guys can see. So it's going to be 3 multiplied by 5. And then we multiply this one, -4 and 2. So it's going to be -4. Oh, let's not forget we minus. It's going to be -4 multiplied by 2. Then we close the bracket there. Let me just create a little bit of space there. Okay. There we go, people. I hope everyone is fine now. I hope everyone is fine. Are we fine, people? Are we fine? I hope we are fine. Right, let's just continue, guys. Let's just continue. Now, if you use a calculator here, guys, if you use a calculator, oh, I'm looking at the screen, guys. It's delaying. I don't know why, but it's delaying. So if you use a calculator, I think I prefer, guys, that you use a calculator only on this and you get the answer there. Then, because if you try to put everything there, you might get the wrong answer. So let me see if you're gonna be able to get the right answer there. Let me put this on my calculator, guys. Right? If I put this on my calculator, we have 1 open bracket -4 multiplied by -2 close bracket minus close bracket -2 multiplied by 5 close bracket. Put it inside the bracket, put inside the calculator. This gives me 18. Double check, guys, if you also got 18 there, right? Make sure you double check, right? And then you do the other one. I'm gonna also highlight. Make sure, guys, that you put it inside the calculator as it is. All right, so that one there, we have -2 open bracket, close open bracket, and another bracket, 3 multiplied by -2 close bracket minus open bracket minus 2 multiplied by 2 close bracket close bracket. And this, all in all, this is gonna give us, let me put it inside the calculator very quickly, it's gonna give us plus 4. There we go. And then the last one there, when the minor is 1, I forgot to write 1 here. When the minor is 1, again, we're gonna say 1 multiplied by 3, 1 multiplied by open bracket, 3 multiplied by 5 close bracket minus close bracket, open bracket minus 4 multiplied by 2 close bracket. And all this is gonna give us plus 23. Hey guys, I hope you can see. Right, so if you add them together, 18 plus 4 plus 23, if you put them inside the calculator, this gives me 5. There we go, people. There we go. Please double check if the 45 is correct. Right, now this is the determinant of our matrices here. But let's look at the question. The question says you must find x. Guys, when you find x, you need to find the determinant of x. Now let's go back to the actual question there. Right, they want us to find x there, guys. Right, so remember our x is 1 over x. So when you find x, I also need you guys to pay attention. When you find x, you need to recreate your matrices again. Remember, we recreated this one here, right? So when we recreate our matrix, guys, we need to do the following. You see this constant here. Let me just do this. You see this constant here? The answers or the constant, you must substitute them to the row that belongs to x. Remember at the beginning, I did say that the first row, the first column, guys, I'm sorry, the first column, the column that belongs to x, you need to start there. Remember I said the first column is for x, so you're gonna have to substitute these values here with these ones there. All these values that you see here on our first matrix, you must substitute with our constant. So let's redo it here. I'm gonna write it down there. We wanna have 2, 1, and 3. But as for these, the remaining ones, you're gonna write them as they are. We still have 2 there, we have 1, we have -4, we have -2 there, we have 5, we have -2. So this is our new matrix. Remember guys, because we are looking for x, that's why we put this constant on the column of x there, guys. I hope so. I will need to create more space. So we're gonna do the similar thing that we did when we were calculating the determinant, but this time around, this determinant, remember, is for x. So like I said, you can choose any column or any row, guys, right? So let me just choose which one shall I choose, guys? Let me create a little bit of space again here because I need to show the cofactor signs here. Let me just choose this time around. Let me just choose a row, the first row, guys, right? Let me just choose a row. Now let me not make my life difficult, guys. Let me just choose, yeah, let me just choose this row, the first row, guys. I always columns and the rows, guys, please forgive me for that. Right, let me just choose the row. Remember, there will be our minus. So when you're looking for dx, right, where dx there, we're gonna do similar to what we did with that one. We can say minor, when the minor, it's 2, meaning we're gonna cancel the row and the column where 2 is. So this is the column. You guys see this column here, the first column, we're gonna cancel it, right? And then we're also gonna cancel this row where 2 is. Now we multiply. So but before we multiply, we look at this 2, right, which is our minor, and the sign there, which is gonna be positive. So we're gonna write the 2 and the sign. Let me erase this x there. So we're gonna write this 2 here, our minor, and then open bracket, and then we're gonna start multiplying. So we're gonna multiply these two first, -4 and -2. Right, so it's gonna be -4 multiplied by -2. Right, minus, then we multiply these two again, -2 and -5. Right, -2 multiplied by 5, not -5, by the way. And then we are done with the minor when it's 2. And then we move. Right, we move. Remember, we chose this row. Now again, our minor here is gonna be 2. Right, but let's look at our signs. Let's start by looking at 2. 2 is positive here. Our sign here is negative, so meaning we're gonna have -2, and then we put them inside the bracket. Now we're gonna multiply this 1 and -2. There we go. Let's do it. So it's gonna be 1 multiplied by -2 minus. Now this time we multiply -3. Right, so we're gonna multiply -2 with 3, and then we close. So this is when the minor is 2. Now we move. Guys, are we still together? Are we still together, my good? Quiet. You are so quiet. Be nice to know that you guys are still here. Right, now we move again. Now we cancel the last minor, which is when the minor is 1. Right, let's look at the sign there. I have to go back and forth. Let's look at the sign. On the left, we have positive, and our minor, which is 1, it's also positive. So we're gonna say plus there. Right, let's continue. So it's gonna be plus. There we go. Oh, I almost covered our matrix. Right, so we're gonna multiply by positive. Right, and then we say -4 multiplied by 3. Right, -4 multiplied by 3, we start with it. Oh, no, guys. Oh, almost made a mistake. It's gonna be 1 multiplied by 5, not -4 multiplied by 3. It's the first multiplied by the last. Hey, let us not forget that one, guys. I hope we didn't make the same mistake on the first one. No, we did not. So it's gonna be 1 multiplied by 5. There we go. Minus, right? And then this time around, it's gonna be -4 multiplied by 3. Right, I hope you're all together, people. Guys, meaning I will make a mistake here, and you guys, you won't correct me. You won't correct me. You're so quiet, people. But anyway, so this is how it is, how it look like. So from here, you use your calculator, guys. So dx, the determinant of x, guys, the determinant of x. So you put all this on the calculator as it is. What do we get when we have 2 multiplied by open bracket -4 multiplied by -2 close bracket minus open bracket -2 multiplied by 5 close bracket. So this is gonna give us 36 on our calculator. There we go. Right, and then we come to this one here. Right, we have -2 open bracket multiplied by 1 multiplied by -2 close bracket minus open bracket by -2 multiplied by 3. If you put that on a calculator, I think it's gonna give me -8. There we go. And then the last one here, guys, the last one here, which we have 1 multiplied by open bracket 1 multiplied by 5 close bracket minus open bracket -4 multiplied by 3 close bracket and close bracket. Then you put that on a calculator. We're gonna get plus 17. Right, if we add these together, let's add them together, guys. 36 minus 8 plus 17 inside the calculator, this gave me 45. There we go. So your dx is also 45. So when you calculate your x, this, guys, is how you calculate for this variable, whether x or y. you use the same method, guys. You use the same method. So when you calculate for a variable, guys, I'm gonna write it here. I want everything to show up now. Okay, I'm gonna write it with big numbers. When you calculate for x, because our x was inverted, this is the formula. It's gonna be dx. It's gonna be d divided by dx. There we go. Usually it is other way around. Usually, guys, usually if our formulas or equations they are not inverted, it's usually x is equaling to dx divided by d. But since this is inverted, so you do it this way, guys. I hope you understand. Right, let me erase before our mic switches off. Now, since our d and dx is 1, it really doesn't matter, guys. It's just gonna be 1 over 1, which is gonna give us 1. So 1 over x is equal, therefore x is gonna be 1, guys. So our x here is actually 1. I hope you guys understood. The reason why I'm in a rush is because I don't want our mic to die on us. Are we fine, people? Are we fine? I hope we are fine. I really, really hope we are all good. I don't see no response. I don't see nothing, guys. Are you guys okay? You understood this part. But you can always go back to the point where you didn't understand, guys, on this video. Right? Right. Since we are, I think it's delaying. Since it's delaying, guys, you will ask. I'll try to answer you while I'm busy with the other one. Try to avoid having the network problem and the mic problem, guys. Right, so I'm erasing this. I assume everyone is fine. If you don't understand, you'll comment on the chat, guys. Right, you'll comment on the chat. By the way, if this confuses you, I've made videos on determinants, guys. That order, this one that we're busy with, go to that video. I'll show you. In fact, let me just show you now before we start. Just show you very quickly which playlist you should pay attention to. All right, when you go to the playlist, obviously you go to the channel. When you go to the playlist, go to this playlist here. Yeah, let me just enter them. Hope it won't play. Oh yeah, the network is bad. Right, let me pause it. Yes, so this is the playlist we do have. Oh yes, this is the playlist, guys. Watch the whole of this playlist. I explain step by step because there are certain things that I was supposed to explain here, but it was gonna take us it's gonna take us the whole day, so it is not worth it, right? So let's go
What's
back
up, guys?
to
Welcome back to the
oh,
channel.
what's happening now?
Today in this video, we'll be doing determinant introduction.
Sorry about that.
So before we start with introduction, I just like to say thank you very much, guys, for watching, subscribing, and also
sorry about that. The video decided to play, but yeah, basically that's what's happening, guys. That's basically what's happening. Okay, so let's go back to our question, guys, to our question paper, and let's do the last question. I hope you guys are paying attention. This is the last question for this question too. I hope you guys can able to understand. Now let's look at the last question here, which is 2.4. For we are given the following here. I'm gonna copy it there, but let me just read it for you guys. Right, we have x plus 2y minus 4 and x plus 3y is equaling to 1. It's 2x. The first one is 2x plus 2y is equaling to 4, and the second one is 5x plus 3y is equaling to y. And then they say determine the value of x and y. So this is more like a simultaneous equation. And then they say use Cramer's rule. On the first one, we also use the Cramer's rule, guys. Even this one here, we're gonna use Cramer's rule. So I'm gonna zoom down there, try to copy this question. Equation 1, this is 2.4. Try to be quick. Equation number 1 is gonna be x plus 2y is equaling to 4. Equation 2, it's 5x plus 3y is equaling to 1. Right, let's create more space, people. People are very quiet. Are we having the nice time, people? I am worried now that you are quiet. you might be having some serious challenge. So the question here says determine x and y, right? Again, you have to create the matrices here. So this one is simple. It's 2 by 2, 2 rows and 2 columns. So just like the first one, the first row, your first column is going to be the coefficient of x's. So it's going to be 1 and 5. There we go. And then the second column is going to be the coefficient of y, which is going to be 2 and 3. There we go. Now you have to find the determinant. So this one is so simple, guys. When you find the determinant, you cross multiply. There we go. You cross multiply there, and then it's gonna be 1 multiplied by 3, then minus, and then you multiply these two, right? It's gonna be 2 multiplied by 5, and then you use your calculator. So what is my calculator having there? We have 3 minus 10, right? 2 multiplied by 5, that is 10, guys. It's gonna give us -7. So our determinant here is gonna be -7, right? So to find dx, let me do it here. To find dx, we have to take these. Remember these? You have to take these guys here and substitute here. In fact, and substitute them on the first one here, right? So I'm gonna do that. So let's continue. So instead of writing 1 and 5, we're gonna write 4 and 1, but we're gonna count for y for now. So this is gonna be 2, that is gonna be 3. There we go. And then we find dx. So dx, the determinant of x, we're gonna multiply the first one, which is gonna be 4 multiplied by 3. Do you guys see these two? So it's gonna be 4 multiplied by 3, right? And then minus, and then we multiply the second and the third. So it's gonna be 2 multiplied by 1. This here is going to be 2 multiplied by 1. Then dx here is going to give us 4 multiplied by 3 is 12 minus 2, 10. There we go. So we can say when you calculate x, is how we calculate x, guys. It's going to be x is equaling to dx over d, right? So our dx is going to be 10, and then our d is -7. So that is your answer for your x. Now, in order for us to find dy, we do the similar thing. Now we bring back our x coefficient here, which is going to be 1 and 5. But these constant and substitute them where the column of y is, which is going to be 4 and 1. There we go. Are we still together, my good people? I hope we still find dy. There we go. So we multiply the first and the last, which is 1 multiplied by 1, 1 multiplied by 1, and then minus. Let me create a little bit of space here, guys. Let me create a little bit of space, a little bit, yes. And then we multiply 2 and the third, which is going to be 4 multiplied by 5. 4 multiplied by 5. There we go. And then 1 minus 20, that's going to give us 19. And then going to be dy over d. And then this is going to be 19 over 10. That is basically, oh, over 7, guys, over 7, because our d is -7. There's our d there. That's basically how you calculate y and x. So we can check them if they are correct, guys. We can take any of these values here, just zoom down a bit. We can take our x and y and substitute them on any of these formulas. So I'm gonna choose the first one there, guys. I'm gonna choose this one here and substitute our x and y. They must give us 4. So x, we said, is 10 over 7, right? Plus multiplied by 19 over -7. What are we getting, guys, if we do that? What are we getting? Let me just try to put this on our calculator. Let me see. If you don't get 4, guys, we made a mistake somewhere there. I'm trying to be quick because of the mic, my good people, but I hope it won't die on us anytime soon. But it's not showing any signs, people. It is not showing any signs. So yes, Oh, something is not right. What is missing there, guys? Something is not right. We're supposed to have what did I do wrong, guys? I made a mistake somewhere, guys. I can't, because we are not what is this? You guys are not commenting. Oh, I made a mistake. Where did I make a mistake, guys? The values are not correct, guys. The values are not correct. Let me see where I made a mistake there. Okay. Help me out, guys, if you can able to see there. We have, when you calculate the determinant. Okay, let me see. Did I copy the right thing? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Okay, so the determinant, I assume, is correct, guys. It's 1 multiplied by 3 minus 2 multiplied by, which is 10 there. That is going to give you 7. There we go. And then for x, we substituted 4 and 1. There we go. And we say 4 multiplied by 3, that's 12, minus, okay, 2 multiplied by 1, that is going to give us 10. All right, good. So I like to assume that the first one is good, guys. Let's look at the second one for D. For D, and we brought back these ones as 1 multiplied by 1, and then 4 multiplied by 5. 4 multiplied by 5. Oh, it's minus 19, guys, not 19. This one is minus 19. Guys, I made a mistake. So this becomes positive. So why it's positive? Oh yeah, now it makes sense. So why it's gonna be positive over 7. Right. Please don't put negative there. Let's see if you're gonna get it again, people. Oh, guys, I hope you didn't get confused here. I hope you did not get confused. Hey, let's see if it's gonna work this time around, my good people. Let's see if it's gonna work. We have 19 over positive 7. There we go. There we go. So this is correct, my good people. So it is y, it is positive 19 over 7, where x, it is 19 over 10 over negative 7, or negative 10 over 7. That is gonna be our x. All right, so this is how you do this one, my good people. I hope we managed to you managed to understand this, guys, because when you check, this one here is giving us 4, which is the same as the 4 that we have here, guys, right? Which is the same as that 4. So I hope you managed to understand this, guys. Again, if you want to understand these things better, you must watch the playlist there. I explain it better there, guys. What I have is the mic, but I hope everyone is fine, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you're not part of the group, here's the QR code. Scan that QR code, it will take you straight to our WhatsApp group channel, and then that's where I share the links for maths N4, N3, and N5. Right, guys, I don't think we'll be able to do question 3 today. It's too late. Tomorrow I'll try to start the streams earlier, try to do all the